Wasn't an awful lot that the Honduran goalkeeper Valladares could do about that. What a thumping drive that was from the left-sided midfielder. Look at this, bang! And his first goal at the Under-17 World Cup will be one that he'll remember, particularly if it's a match winner. Indonesia back in front with 17 and a half minutes to go. And hope for the knockout stages is raised once more. Well, in a match that's been bereft somewhat of real attacking quality, that was the best moment of the match. And here they come again. This time, though, it goes wide from Andy Ahmed. Suddenly, all of the pressure is coming from the Asian side. Ivandra, who started off with his penalty, shoots from distance. Well, it's a measure of how bad the shooting from distance has been, and that's the best one so far in the game. That one only a few feet over the bar. You can hear the joy coming from the Indonesian fans. Quite like that song, actually. However, they won't like it if Honduras come back here, mistaken, trying to distribute the ball out of midfield by Indonesia, and they've been let off by an injudicious tackle from a Honduran. There's a tackle from Fandli Ahmed, which didn't look that great. 5 minutes to go. Indonesia have led twice in this match. They conceded an equaliser barely 2 minutes after they took the lead. Their lead has lasted 3 minutes now. Hoiked away by Oliva. Nice little turn by Nazril, but into trouble in the end. Panji is the man holding his head, the Indonesia skipper. As you would expect, 90 minutes in both the games so far for the man with the captain's armband on. He's in Bali for club football. That was the goal, though. Well, if you're going to have a match winner, why not do it from outside the area? The balance involved in that was superb. Totally knew what he was going to do from the moment he got his first touch. Well, we're not going to see any more of the Indonesian skipper. He's going to have to be replaced. The man who will come on to replace him is Lucas Rafael Lee. Meanwhile, there's also going to be a substitution for Honduras as well. So Christopher Vega is going to come on. There he is on the right-hand side. So Honduras are bringing on a defender, as indeed are Indonesia. Indonesia probably needing the defender more than Honduras at the moment by virtue of the fact they're in front. Indonesian fans delighted. So then the skipper is carried off. It's Arana who is going to come off for Honduras.
Substitution for Indonesia.
Final minute. Just confirmation there, Panji coming off to be replaced by Lucas. All charged down. Need to get the ball forward here, Honduras. They are running out of time fast. And they need 2 goals really to give themselves any hope indeed of going through as one of the best third-place teams. They're very hard in there. Ivandra Florasta is the man who was on top of things there, literally. He's the man who's got the captain's armband now that the centre-back Panji has been taken off for treatment. Alberto gives the ball away and gives possession away. 10 minutes to go. 80 minutes on the clock. There's a foot left into the challenge there by Vega, who's just come on. However, Indonesia continue on anyway, and they've crafted quite a good opportunity. That goes wide there from Dimas Adi. Nice little weave around there. There was no other options perhaps on, although I say that, but Metza had carried on through and could have received another little ball through, and then it would have been him against the keeper. Honduras with under 9 minutes to do something about this 2-1 deficit is Suazo. Not a bad ball in from Suazo. It's almost a very good ball. 2 players went for it, one with the head, one with a flailing kick. That was Medina. Neither could make contact. And Medina almost got there and took it off the boot of Areola. Instead, it'll be brought away by Baker. Long fishing trip of a ball forward that Metza can't collect and ends up knocking over his marker in any case. Yeah, pretty clear. Running straight into Palacios. So running into Arzu, excuse me. Surprisingly, Honduras now speeding everything up, including the throw-ins. Their World Cup campaign. Now they're spiralling down the plug hole at the moment. Not that they really managed to get the plug in the first place to help build up their hopes throughout this competition. It's been a demoralising experience. They are trying to come forward here with Flores. Suazo. Need both of them in the box, really. Suazo's trying to go through. He goes down. Referee has not given a penalty. I thought he was pointing at the penalty spot there for a second. Suazo looks at his coach. Great run by the forward. Contact with Al Ghazani. So then, video support review has inevitably been served. Makes sense at this point anyway. So the first thing is no offside. There's no handball there by Flores either. So then we start to watch Suazo. He cuts back inside. I'm not quite sure what they're going to tell from that wide angle. We need to be right up close. As Malvin. Has he just run into? There is a leg forward by Al Ghazani. Could that be interpreted as obstruction rather than a foul? Because if it is obstruction, it would be a free kick, an indirect one. What's the referee going to decide? Not surprisingly, Marin Babu completely in agreement. Well, I think he's just keeping counsel. I think they probably knows the defender just stood his ground. Desperation by Suazo, desperate to get something. Reagan Bodden is about to come on, one of those who was dropped from the starting lineup. And he comes on for Amador. Off goes the midfielder. On comes a forward, not surprising. They've got to throw everything they can now at the Indonesia goal. Literally, here it comes. Another massive throw into the middle, causing problems. Here is Flores. Hits it against an Indonesia defender, and it's that man there, the man who scored the opening goal and has taken the captain's armband as well. Forasta with the complete performance. There's going to be another one coming in though. Here it comes again from Oliva. Almost cleared the entire pitch with that. Well, there'll be a few coaches who will be looking at that long throw. Of it anywhere with 3 minutes to go. Honduras at the moment on course for a third straight defeat. Indonesia on course for their first points in Group H that will already be taken by Zambia or Brazil. 81 minutes gone there as well, and Zambia still leading thanks to the goal after 26 minutes by Jonathan Kalimina. All in. Goalkeeper gets something on it, but the referee has blown for a free kick on Hopper. Decent enough ball in by Martin. But goalkeeper did get there and then was put under undue pressure, according to our referee. Nicely done. Suarzo on his way again. Looking inside. Chance here at the last. Bodden immediately. Who's not had much to do in the first half, but what he has had to do, he's done well. And Bodden will go into the book almost immediately. The referee judging here that he was never in with a chance of getting to this ball and slid in on the goalkeeper. And a yellow card as well against Zambia too. He's one of those who would have been suspended for the next game. Romadona. He was also a bit part player in the first two games, although not as bit part as this one. Brazil have equalised in the other game. That puts them back at the top of the Group H standings once more, heading into time added on at the end of that game as well. Well, the Zambians will be sick with that if that stays the way it is, because it will hurt them in terms of the seeding for the knockout stages. Put it into context, the team that is the best in the group stages will take on the team that was the worst of the top 8 third place teams, and it works backwards from there. So it's certainly within your interest to be as high up the seedings as possible. Coming across was Aida Bagus, Puterchia. Fabio is going to take the resulting throw in. He's got quite an arm on him as well. Well, this all serves Indonesia's purpose well. It's a yellow card for time wasting, one assumes, for Fabio. Well, we only had 1 minute added on. That's gone to 7 minutes now. Decent ball in, and a good header out by Arzu. I'm sure that ball said 1 minute at the end. It was, I guess, the fourth official got a little bit confused with all of the, and that's going to be a yellow card as well for Alberto. He's not one of those who is on the threat of a yellow card ban yet, but first yellow card in the competition. Corner comes back in again. On it comes. Baker with another header, but he couldn't get any purchase on it from the ball forward by Evandra. I guess it's been the game we were expecting. Both sides have struggled in attack through the competition so far. Their defences couldn't cope with the likes of Zambia and Brazil, but they have been able to cope with each other. Here it comes again. It's a decent ball in, and it bounces through easily for Rajasa again. He really can throw that ball. I've never seen anybody who can throw it quite as far as him. Only 17. He'll only get stronger. Well, the Indonesians are celebrating. Here it comes again. Palacios with the attempt forward. They come back the other way, though. As you can see, though, not many Indonesians coming forward, and it's whacked forward again by Valladares. However, straight to an Indonesian player. Here's Ivandra. Ivandra can see some space on that far side and delivers a lovely ball, but he's offside. On that far side is Fabio. Well, he's been the man who has done his best to drive them forward all the way through this competition in possession, has Ivandra. Got them off and running in this game. For me, he's been the player of the match. I don't know what you think. That was a complete wipeout. Final minute of the minimum 7 added on at the end of the game, and a yellow card comes out for Ali Ghazani. Again, not one of those who was in danger of a ban. Picks up his first yellow of the tournament. Not sure 2-1 is going to be enough, though, for Indonesia to contain their interest, maintain their interest, as Honduras players are beginning to lose their heads now, knowing that they'll be heading home in 4th by the looks of it. They're only young. 16, 17 years old. This is a big competition, a lot of scrutiny, even if it's only under 17s. This is where the growing happens. Free kick in. Oh, it's pinged around all over the place. Ironically, it was Ivandra who didn't know where it had gone, as it rebounded off of his leg. Suazo, surrounded by red shirts, though. Suazo again has it, trying to lead them home on his own. Suazo needs to get the ball in. 3 are there if he can get it in. It's well blocked, though. Everybody in a red shirt, though, back almost inside their own box, which is allowing Honduras to launch a series of attacks. There's the latest one! The punch from Rajasa. And the referee blows, and it's disappointment, a 3rd straight defeat for Honduras. But the first points and a first win for Indonesia. It may not be enough to send them through to the knockout stages of this FIFA Under-17 World Cup, but goals from Forasta and Alberto